One of the things that I like best about martial arts is how some of the lessons we learn can be applied to other areas of our lives. Other times, though, I find stories about real life that go the other way, stories that are very profound and can easily be used in martial arts to illustrate important points. This one is perfect for that. There once were two twin sisters, Sonia and Susan. They had recently reached the age where their mother decided it was time to teach them how to cook. She herself had won ribbons at the fair for her baking skills. She showed the girls how to read a recipe, how to gather and measure the ingredients, how to work the oven, and spent a lot of time going over kitchen safety. The girls watched closely as their mom went through the process of baking many different things: cakes, cookies, brownies, bread, and pie. Finally, she told them it was their turn. Sonia and Susan got started. The first thing she had them bake was cookies. When they were finished, the mother inspected their work. Susan's cookies looked and tasted great, but Sonia's didn't look right and tasted terrible. Mom suspected she knew what was wrong and asked Sonia, "Did you measure your ingredients perfectly?" "Well, Mom," the girl confessed, "I did it like you do. You grabbed some salt and threw it in, you pinched some baking powder, you sloshed in some milk, and you tossed in a lot of sugar and butter. You didn't measure, so I didn't either." Her mama smiled and said, "Honey, I don't have to measure anymore. I've been baking for so many years I know accurately what a teaspoon holds, and a cup, and a tablespoon. But when I first started baking, I took careful measurements. You can't be sloppy in your measurements or your food will taste horrible." Sonia said that she understood. The next day, the girls tried again, this time making pie, but the results were similar. Their mom said, "Sonia, I can tell you were very accurate with your measurements this time. I'm proud that your ingredients were perfect, but I noticed your pie doesn't seem like it was really baked at all. As a matter of fact, it seems pretty raw." "Well, it was so hot in the kitchen," Sonia said, "that I didn't turn the heat up very far. It was already so hot in there that I figured it shouldn't make a difference. I did have the heat on some, though, so it all still baked." "Dear child," the mom said, "you have to have the proper amount of heat to cook the food. Too little heat can undercook it and leave it raw. It can make people sick. Don't worry, we'll try again." The next day, the girls got up early and started their baking. Today, they were to bake cakes. This time, Sonia was very careful to measure her ingredients, and she made sure the heat was set perfectly on the oven. Her mom noticed that Sonia finished decidedly sooner than Susan, and again, her cake didn't look properly cooked. Matter of fact, it was a big pile of goop. "Sonia," she said, "I noticed you finished your baking much faster than before, and much faster than Susan. How did you finish so quickly?" "Oh, Mom," Sonia said, "I got so bored waiting for everything to finish, so I pulled it out of the oven a little quicker. It shouldn't matter, though. I had my ingredients just right, and I had the heat just right." Her mom smiled at her. "Sonia, you did great getting the right ingredients, and you had the right amount of heat. But like so many things in life, once you begin the process, you have to give it time. If the food isn't cooked the right length of time, it's the same as not applying any heat. It will be undercooked. Tomorrow, we will try again. This time, follow the instructions, measure your ingredients perfectly, set the heat to the right level, and make sure to be patient and let it cook the right length of time." The next day, the girls tried again. The results were perfect, and they invited all their family over to enjoy all the baked goods. To everyone's surprise, at the end of the day, there wasn't a single crumb left. This story illustrates perfectly how to learn martial arts. There is the importance of the attention to the smallest details, like the ingredients. The difference between not getting hit and possibly killed can often be measured in millimeters. To us, the ingredients are our techniques. Measured perfectly, they can save us. But just like baking, there are other factors involved. We must train with some heat. If we are sloppy and go along through our training with no real effort, then we aren't going to improve either. And even if we have great technique, and even if we apply the right amount of effort, we still must be patient, embrace the repetition of the techniques, and give it time. Like baking time. Doing 50,000 repetitions in a week isn't nearly as impacting on our skill set and long-term muscle memory as it would be if we did 50,000 repetitions over the course of years. Great martial artists know the 3 things necessary to be successful in martial arts. Number 1, consistent practice. Number 2, mindful repetition. Number 3, overtime.